So aloha, everyone. Thank you for joining. Welcome to our self-care and service practice in the love, peace, and harmony field. I am Laurie and one of the co-owners with Satori Family Wellness Center, and we volunteer for the Love, Peace, and Harmony Foundation as a virtual field coordinator to share the concept of love, peace, and harmony. So welcome. Thank you for those for joining us. So for those who may be new or starting off, we have been going through certain practices and focus. And so we usually start with a check-in to see how we're doing, because this is the basis of self-care, to know where we are and to notice the signs when we're not in balance and that when we need more support so we can get back in balance as soon as possible. And today we will be continuing our series. We're using the stress prescription, 7 days to more joy and ease. And we've gone over some of the basic concepts before in the previous year, but we're going to do more practices this time so we can actually practice the concepts and the information that we share in the book. So today, this month, we'll be really focusing on, controlling what we can and putting down the rest, right? So it sounds easy to do, but it's actually a skill we need to develop. And we're going to be doing this in the love, peace, and harmony field, as it is providing this wonderful field of support that can actually help whatever we do. And then we'll talk about some next steps. Oh, welcome. Good morning, Gregory. Thank you for joining. So let's go ahead and check in. So some of you are familiar with this. So at this time, you can, if it feels comfortable for you to do so, you can close your eyes. And we just want to check in to see how we are doing. And we do this with our monitoring gauges, with our thoughts, noticing if they're more on the positive side, or have you been feeling more negative, cynical, or apathetic, actually. And that kind of goes into our emotions. Sometimes that numbness we might have when we're overwhelmed, but we can notice how we've been feeling recently: peaceful, happy, stressed, as I mentioned, numb. Also, our bodily symptoms or sensations. Have you been feeling comfortable, pain-free, or maybe more tired, having some more pain, headaches, etc.? Different kinds of symptoms. And lastly, we look and reflect on our past actions and behaviors. And we'll do it just for the previous week, because we do this every week. Have you found yourself being more loving, kind, helpful, productive, perhaps? Or on the opposite side, or somewhere in between? And again, when we look at these gauges, we really want to be objective, right? We don't want to judge ourselves. We just want to be observant and aware and accept this is where we're at. And we want to just acknowledge that. So part of the self-care, the important points of self-care is awareness and non-judgment. Okay, we just want to know where we are, and then we can do something to get ourselves feeling better. And even if you are feeling quite well, wonderful, sometimes we can notice how we can enhance another area or go deeper to clear out some areas that we maybe put on the side to work on. Sometimes this is where we can do some deeper work. So just notice where you are. And today we're going to practice the control what you can, put down the rest. And last week we mentioned a quote, I think it was the Dalai Lama. And this one, and it brought us to this one that we remembered, right? God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Okay, so whatever your belief system, whether you do believe in a higher power or not, you can still use whatever higher power that you believe in, or just the concept of being able to accept things that you cannot change, having the courage to change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I felt like it's really aligned with we can control what we can, and we need to put down the rest or let go the rest. Okay, so we want to continue to practice this concept. So today's practice that you can do at any time, but when we do it in the love, peace, and harmony field, we can get more support, shall we say, okay? So I'm going to call it the sphere of light, and we can use it when we're feeling overwhelmed, scattered, over-responsible sometimes, or upset. Many times you're feeling challenged. And so we can kind of go ahead and I'm going to introduce it here, but we're going to practice it in the field, in the love, peace, harmony field. So you can place one hand on your heart, one on your lower belly. And you can just start by visualizing this ball or sphere of light in our lower abdomen. And as we're doing that, if you're having some kind of challenge that you're working on, that you're feeling stressed about, think about what you can influence now. For instance, if there's, a health condition or something on your mind, maybe a relationship problem or finances, I want you to just notice as you're thinking about that, how your body feels, and you're going to just think about what you can influence now. And just gently breathe and visualize the light supporting what you can do. Okay? And then we're going to think about what is not ours to carry. Like, what is it that we do not have that control over and that we can let go? So sometimes the fear, the anxiety, the worry, right? What somebody else will think or say, or what would they do? We really don't have control over another person, or what the situation will happen. There's so many things going on in the world. And again, we're thinking about what we can do, not what will happen. Okay? And we're going to gently breathe and visualize the light clearing out what we want to let go. So for instance, we just recently had the storm warning here in Hawaii, right? So you could think about, as people are expecting some things, you can think about what you can do if you're nervous about it. And, but we don't know what will happen. And so if you keep worrying about what will happen, you can stay in that state of stress. But if you just focus on what you can do, because we never know the outcome. Luckily, right now, it's looking pretty nice and sunny. Things have settled. But if you were just kept on worrying before something happened, it really may not be helpful for you and your body, right? So that's an example, but we may have many other things that come up in life. And we're going to do the practice in the love, peace, and harmony field. So that practice you can do all the time. We're going to practice it in the field because we believe that everything has its own vibratory field, and each of our vibrational fields are connected in this quantum field of the collective. So when we all gather today to work on our self-care and service, we are creating a field, right, with such an intent to feel better, hoping others feel better. And when we align with these vibrations of love, peace, and harmony, we can not only uplift our lives, but we can support the uplifting of the world. Right? It reminds me of there's the monks that have the walk for peace, and it's gaining more momentum, and many people are coming out. It's providing people hope, faith. It's increasing that message of peace, right? And this love, peace, and harmony field, too, is a place that we want to increase these positive messages to provide a safe, and here we can, if we can provide a safe space for us to help us increase the clarity and provide the extra frequency, vibration, and light. So we have the discernment, the clarity that to know what we can do and what we can control and what we can let go. Yeah. So let's get started on our meditation today. So you can place, again, one hand on your heart, one hand on your lower abdomen. We're going to create our safe space. So for those of you who are familiar, you visualize your own safe space sanctuary. If this is something newer to some of you, this is basically a virtual, something that you imagine in your mind, a place that you feel safe. And what we're wanting to do is get your body to feel safe. Because when your body relaxes and feels safe, your body can then start to create rest, go into rest restorative mode, can start to create the healthier cells, healthier chemicals within your body, right? And so we are imagining the space around you. Notice if it's indoor, outdoor, the colors or images, feel of the air, sounds, fragrances. You want to immerse your senses so your body can start to relax. For those of you who have been joining regularly, and this love, peace, and harmony calligraphy hopefully can provide that connection. So when we see it, our body say, oh, it's love, peace, and harmony. Relax. We want to get into the habit. So when we are connecting to this field, our body starts to relax, rejuvenate, transform positive messages to positive messages, transform negative to positive. So you can inhale, inhaling that frequency, vibration, and light of love, peace, and harmony all the way to your lower abdomen. And you're going to visualize this ball and sphere of light in your lower abdomen, as we mentioned earlier. Just take this time to just notice how that feels as you imagine this ball of light grounding, centering, supporting you. You can imagine that it's gently rotating counterclockwise. And as you're breathing in the light of the field, that positive message is getting stronger and stronger of being in love, peace, and harmony. Knowing that you are unconditionally loved, protected, and supported. You are safe. And you want to let your body, your mind, your heart know that you are safe at the soul, heart, mind, and body level. Feel your shoulders start to relax. Your breathing elongates. You can breathe in for 2-3 seconds. Exhale 2 seconds longer than your inhalation. Okay? So if you go inhale 1, 2, 3, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So inhale love, peace, harmony. Exhale love, peace, harmony. Feel your body starting to relax, feeling that message in your lower abdomen area, your core, the sphere of light. And as you feel your body relaxing, I want you again to think about something that you may be worrying about or you are being affected by, challenged with. Or if you don't have anything, just notice your body and think about what it is that you want to influence or work on now. Sometimes you want to go deeper into uh, releasing negative information or service or relationship. It might be good, but you can enhance it. And think about what you can influence and feel yourself connected to that ball of light. Again, breathing in love, peace, and harmony. Again, feel this field of love, peace, and harmony around you. And as you breathe it in through your nose to the pores of your skin, just like absorbing all of this love and light, feeling that you are safe and supported. This is a time for your body to release what you don't need. Again, think about what it is that you want to influence now, or what you can influence. Some of you may have goals or concerns. If you have a concern, as you think about your concern, notice how your body feels. Focus on that sphere of light, that ball of light within you, and imagine that you're bringing that concern to your lower abdomen, the ball of light, sphere of light. Every time you breathe in, the love, peace, and harmony field is supporting you with higher frequencies, vibration, bringing clarity, wisdom. And notice, ask, what is it that you can do for your situation? And notice, as you're getting the answers, how your body feels when you get what you can do. Some of the things that you can't do. So some of the things you might need to take action or do something. And notice how it feels to take that action, whether it's making a call or changing, daily habit like eating better or exercising, or it could be how would you be able to, enhance a relationship. And notice how your body feels as you see yourself taking the action of what you can do. So sometimes you may get anxiety because we know we can do something, but we hesitate. We hesitate to do what we can do. So notice what it is of what those blocks are, where you might feel it in your body. Breathing in the light of love, peace, and harmony. Let that light just connect to that area. As we're noticing it. Those of you who are familiar with the face meditation, you can go ahead and do that. Briefly, what face meditation is, that we're just feeling and focusing on the love, peace, and harmony positive message. And through that lens of light, we're going to feel and focus where we might feel that blockage. A is to just be aware and acknowledge that we have that blockage without judgment or attachment. We're just acknowledging, accepting this is where we are now. C is to connect with it, compassionately connect. We're going to bring the light of love, peace, and harmony there to connect. with that area, whatever messages or sensations. And E is for enlighten. We're going to enlighten that area, feeling that light from the positive field of love, peace, and harmony, going deeper within that area, bringing light and wisdom and clarity of mind to the area. One, we may get more answers as to what we can do, how we can move through it, get things done. And we're also clearing that blockage, right? It makes it challenging for us to do the things that we can do. So again, we're going to have you visualize yourself doing some of the positive steps or action steps. And if there's any worry or fear or hesitation, blockages around that, just bring the light of love, peace, and harmony to the area. Bring that concern to our sphere, light in our lower abdomen. Bring the light. Let the light transform that. Release any of the negative information. So see if you can visualize. Visualize yourself doing that positive thing. What you can do, what you can control for your situation. Right? So for health, maybe some healthy habits that might be challenging, but we're releasing the blockages and see yourself doing that. If you cannot, then just bring light to it and feel where the blockage is. And bring light so it naturally can clear. And again, enhance it for those of you who can see yourself doing these positive habits or doing what you can do for your situation. Allow yourself to really see it, enhance it with light. And if you cannot, just work on releasing the negative messages that block you from believing you can do it. You know, sometimes we have doubt or fear. Even though we want it, we may have some blockages around it. And we have no judgment about that. That's just the way it is sometimes. But this way, we're going to work on clearing that blockage. Feel that love, peace, and harmony coming in. Releasing that. And as we think about what is not ours to carry, what we can let go, sometimes the blockages may be around that. I'm worried about this, but it may be about something that you really may not have control over. And that one you want to let go. You don't want to put any more of your energy and attention because it was only causing worry, fear in your body to not respond in the healthiest ways. So practice letting that go. Allow that sphere of light in your lower abdomen to rotate, radiate out, letting it release from your being, from your system. And you're going to get the support from the field as you're breathing in love, peace, and harmony. There's a sacred wisdom with love, which is love melts all blockages, purifies our heart and soul. So we can imagine as we breathe in the love from the love, peace, and harmony field, it's melting the blockages that we're holding, helping us to release what no longer serves us, that where we do not have to put more energy and attention that it's just taking up a lot of our resources, energy, time, attention. And instead, we're choosing to focus on what we can do, what is helpful for us to move forward, something that we can influence, and bring the light there so we can see ourselves focusing on what we can do, not what we cannot. Okay. So continue wherever you are, just go one step at a time. We've mentioned several steps depending on where you're at. So one is really focusing on what your situation is. If there's any challenges that you're going through, stressors, notice how they are in your body. And we're just going to bring them to the lower abdomen again, bringing light, letting the sphere of light transform that message, bringing more positive information. As we breathe in from the love, peace, and harmony field, we get even more support to help clear that information, that blockage. Okay. If you've received clarity as to what steps you can do to make your situation better, see yourself doing that, having the confidence, trust, belief, faith that you can do it. Feel the inspiration, the motivation that for the task that you can do, you know you can do, you have the inspiration, the momentum to follow through. Okay? If you're finding the hesitations or the blockages around doing something, you can notice where it is, bring it to your lower abdomen, and a ball of light to just feel the light in your lower abdomen, helping to release that negative message, breathing in from the field, love, peace, harmony field, for extra support. Yeah. So that our goal is to really feel and see ourselves focusing, redirecting our energy, attention, and resources on what we can do. Healthy habits, positive things that support our self-care, our service goals, whether it's for your own health and happiness or for family, friend, work. So see if you can focus on seeing that positive vision of what you want to happen. So sometimes you might want to be well or have a certain thing, but we sometimes can't believe we can be well or can do something, right? Finish a project or have a positive relationship. Just see where you are and visualizing that, wow, it can happen. Okay? If it's hard for you to do so, you're feeling a lot of doubts and fears about that, just notice where it is, all the doubts and fears. Notice what messages that we're holding. Again, stay in our lower abdomen, bring those to the lower abdomen and just bring the light, breathing in the love, peace, and harmony. Inhaling the light to that area. And with that light, see if you can naturally feel that release, letting go of what we have no control, like the worries, the fear, what somebody else might do. And let go what you don't need. Could be negative thoughts, negative beliefs, attitudes, mindsets, ego attachments. And fast breath connection. Inhale to your lower abdomen. Exhale, let that light, love, peace, and harmony expand. And for whatever place that whatever you could receive, allow yourself to give gratitude, okay, for your clarity, your growing clarity, and your willingness to let go. Some of you may have let go of things. We give gratitude. If you're still in the process of doing that, just give gratitude for this opportunity to practice this. Again, everything is a skill. Self-care is a skill. So as we continue to practice, it can get easier and easier and lighter. But I love to hear how you're doing and where you're at. Because some of you may also be in that space that things are still clearing out and it might not feel comfortable. So if that's so, even though our time is up today, I would maybe take a few more moments after this session to just stay in this meditative space. I can give you some next steps for you. And for those of you who I would love for you to serve for your service journey, if you feel comfortable to do so, how, if anything came up for you, how the experience was for you, that'd be great. And so the resource for those of you who want to practice and read more on your own about stress management, this is a book that I am kind of working from, The Stress Prescription, 7 Days to More Joy and Ease by Alyssa Epple. Dr. Epple, I think she's a professor and researcher out in UCSF. And yeah, she has a lot of work. And also you can see her, she's been interviewed a lot too. So you can probably see her in podcasts or YouTube interviews. And to practice your wellness journey, so continue, for those of you who are working things out, you can continue to practice with the love, peace, and harmony meditations. My mother Annette does one every Monday mornings, the first 3 Monday mornings of the month, as long as, and I do mine's every Tuesday, our self-care. We do have a lot of back sessions that is on video and our YouTube channel. So for those who may be interested in some other practices that we've done for our self-care, we have a lot. So you can kind of go back and rewatch some of those that are interesting to you. We do also have on Thursdays, 7 to 8, free wellness evening with Tao Calligraphy. This is another field. We have the Love, Peace, and Harmony calligraphy field, but we have another field that carries very high frequencies and vibration by the founder of the Love, Peace, and Harmony Foundation, Dr. Master Qigong Sha, and it can take your transformation and your wellness journey to the next level. And of course, if you would like more support in going through your wellness journey, self-care journey, please feel free to contact us, especially if you're new, because we do have so many things that we can do. We just want to help you move one step at a time. And lastly, although I am a psychologist by profession, I am not serving in this capacity. These series are more for education purposes. And so make sure that you contact your healthcare provider or providers if you need more assistance. Okay. And for those of you who are working on your service journey as well, this here is a QR code and the website here at the top that you can get the Love, Peace, and Harmony instrumental free. You can pass it along. We didn't get to play it here today, but sometimes in our meditations, it might be playing in the background, or we meditate to that. That's another way to build your field of positive information. And it can also lead you to the Love, Peace, and Harmony Foundations, where you can find more of the charitable works that the organization or the foundation is doing. There's a place that you can receive products and also donate as well. So let's see. Okay, great. And again, thank you, everyone. Again, remember, self-care is service. So we thank all of you for being here. Increase your self-care to increase the quality of your service. So we are not saying that taking care of yourself is really wonderful. So I thank all of you for being here today. And thank you, Gregory. You shared this experience has been gratifying and gave me a sense of equanimity and accomplishment. I thank you, Dr. Laurie, for your leadership and kindness and service. Stay healthy and stay safe and stay happy. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Gregory. So he traced, chanted, and prayed Dakwonshu, which is greatest forgiveness, and Dagan En, which is greatest gratitude. Wonderful. So greatest forgiveness and greatest gratitude are also wonderful practices that we've learned also to help our self-care. And did anyone want to share? Brittany?
Yes, I was just going to share. Thank you for the session. I was getting ready, so I wasn't really like sitting calmly and engaging or maybe tracing or following each practice, just without distraction. But I was getting ready, but doing all the practices while I was getting ready. So it was very helpful. I was focusing on a relationship and how I can just really taking care of myself and focusing on, letting things go and not being concerned with like the outcomes or anything like that, and really focusing on my own self-care and self-love and love, peace, harmony, and how that can really help the relationship and just the relating in general and both of us to be happier and more cohesive. So thank you.
Sorry, my background is there's an emergency announcement that I need to get there. Sorry, there's an emergency announcement. So thank you, Brittany, for your sharing, and wonderful. I'm so glad that this has helped you, and I'm hoping it'll help others as well. And so you can always go back and listen to the recordings or the previous sessions. We did another practice last week too, and we're continuing on this month because it is a skill. So the more that we can practice this, the better you can actually make this into a positive habit. So thank you, everyone. I do want to say my thank yous. Thank you, Amy, also said thank you for the wise words of advice. Thank you so much for joining. So aloha to all of you who are on our Facebook. Thank you for joining. And those watching the recording,